Neutronics News with anchorwoman Debbie Siamaka, sportscaster Mark Yeager, and InAccuGare weatherman Gary Halpern.
Good evening and welcome to Neutronics News. I'm Debbie Siamaka. Topping tonight's news, Neutronics Incorporated is moving from Springdale Drive to Creamery Way in Exton. The move will be made on either... Will you stop that typing? The move will be made on either January 7th, February 12th, April 17th, or May 29th. Neutronics President Terry Halpern said he was persuaded to make the move after learning that the new address would be Creamery Way. Mr. Halpern is considering acquiring the Happy Days Dairy to become part of the Neutronics family of companies. Jimmy Connor is acting as milk consultant to the president. In other news, the O2 department is singing Hello Doily after Senta Morelli sold each and every person a hand-crocheted doily. The self-proclaimed queen of the doilies recently purchased the Trump Casino and Hotel with her doily earnings. Said Ms. Morelli, Donald can stay, but Marla's a gold digger and must hit the road. Lovers of 70s television take heart. After the success of the Brady Bunch and Gilligan Island reunions, ABC Television has decided to reunite the Mod Squad. Filming began today with new cast members Angel Andy McLucas, Julianne Devil Lasak, and Josephine JoJo Presley. Rumor has it that the set has been in turmoil ever since JoJo staged a sit-down strike for more candy and less work. Neutronics engineers Steve Morgan and Doug Anderson celebrated the first successful test of the Entron whinometer today. The whinometer is a device designed to detect whining, from the tiniest little whine to the biggest whiner. As you can see, according to this mock-up, we start with the David Halpern, the people on the floor are leaving trash, this place looks like a dump whine, to the Larry Sullivan, it's 9:30, where is my paycheck whine, to the Chris Wren, I have more stuff than anyone else, but I'm in the smallest office without a window whine. National Sales Manager Gary Halpern is hoping the whinometer will be a big seller to both the U.S. government and Eagles fans. Speaking of the Eagles, here's today's sports with Mark Yeager.
Debbie, much like the Eagles season this past year in 1992, the year in Neutronics sports has been very much the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. We've got football, we've got bowling, we've got golf, but unfortunately not all of the highlights were very positive. For example, let's go to remote location and see the gymnastics event where the Neutronics gymnastics enthusiast Dave Halpern assumes the vault event.
Dave Halpern going to do it all!
Taking stock in Advil now with that little mishap. Secondly, let's go to the high bar event with Duke Mack.
One-arm universal, he goes down. Boom!
From doctors' reports that Duke Mack's current physical state is directly related to this unfortunate incident. And now to two other unknown events that were held in the Olympics. At the Winter Center, we want to go to the downhill event with Jim Hill.
Jim Hill going down.
I think Jim Hill, after that little spill, should definitely apply for a job at Sports Illustrated. And finally, in the final winter event, we have the Bio Bobsled team with Cindy Ruggiero, Tara Subers, Chris Wren, and Bill Flynn.
Watch out for that turn.
I've just been handed this update that it was not Chris Wren driving the bobsled. It was actually Carl Schwartz. No surprise there on that ending, I guess. This year's report on the Neutronics Fantasy Football League, we go to Doug Anderson.
Thanks, Mark. And for this year's NFFL report, I didn't make the playoffs, so I don't care.
Legal news, Dick King has filed suit against Mike Ruggiero, contending that a vicious water balloon attack has left him permanently disabled. Mr. Ruggiero refused to accept responsibility for the assault, claiming that he was unaware he was using hard water. Let's go to that incriminating video.
Good, how are you?
Now, tonight's editorial with Rich Nice.
This year's editorial begins with my strong disagreement with the selection of Bill Miller once again playing the role of Santa Claus in the Christmas video. Really, folks, give Bill Miller a few beers, strap some antlers on his head, and we got a perfect Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, not Santa Claus. I vote we choose a Santa who looks more like the part, such as Joe Cosenza, Al Davis, Jimmy Gobber, or Ken Dykes. You know, the real roly-poly guys. On another issue is a selection of material for the Christmas video. This year we thought we would try something a little different. It was a movie entitled Death of a Salesman. The problem with the movie was we had to stop shooting because of some small problems. A few of the salesmen that were playing in the video were crying over a few flesh wounds they got during the filming. Okay, so we used real bullets instead of blanks. No serious injuries. I might add Court McLean and Chris Wren are healing just fine. On another note, inquiring minds want to know more about Debbie Siamaka's background in the military service. Everyone thought she was a drill sergeant, hence good discipline and managerial skills. Well, recently we've got some news about Debbie's past in the military. It seems Debbie was actually not a drill sergeant, but in the recruiting department in the service. Her claim to fame were her famous slogans. For instance, she came up with the slogan, "We're looking for a few good men with nice buns." It was later changed to, "We're looking for a few good men by popular demand." She also had the other famous slogan, "The Marines, the few, the proud, the sexy." You know the rest. Well, Debbie, you know the cat is out of the bag now. Another note about Debbie. Another item in the news, in last year's karaoke at the Christmas party, she sang the song R-E-S-P-E-C-T. And we have a film clip of that. We took a poll and it was decided she would sing a different song this year. You may recognize it. It goes something like this. She's a kind of kinky girl, the kind you won't take home to mother. She's a super freak, she's super freaky. Yow. This year, Deb, shake your booty. And the last note, we have an interesting issue which I had a problem with, really don't understand it. It comes up every year. It's a quality issue, rears its ugly head once again. Customer opened up his AES retriever shipping carton only to find a box of donuts, mixed flavors, 3 hoagies, 2 Big Macs, fries, a taco salad, and a Model 2.4 manual. However, on the good note, no items seem to be damaged, and the customer wants to know if we could send him some Grey Poupon mustard. You know, the other day I was eating lunch in the cafeteria when Larry Sullivan asked me what was I eating. I said leftovers from last night. I'm having some lamb chops from dinner. Larry started to cry. It was then I realized the lamb chops could have been Larry's date from last week, or maybe even the name of his fiancée. My apologies, Larry. But you know, Larry gives a whole new meaning to doing the wild thing. Larry, take a few hoof and mouth pills, call me in the morning. This is Rich Nice signing off for Neutronics Biomarine AES editorial.
Please note that Mr. Nice's views do not reflect those of me or the rest of the Neutronics station. And now, here's Gary Halpern with tonight's AccuGare weather forecast.
Thanks, Deb. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's exciting AccuGare forecast. You're probably wondering why I have this ice scraper here. Beats me? I don't know, but I'll use it as a pointer. You see, we have high pressure in zone 5, low pressure in zone 3, high pressure in zone 4, and low pressure in zone 6. You know what that means, don't you? Me neither, but I can tell you this. Absolutely beautiful weather for the rest of this week and all of next week. You can trust me.
The hell we can! How come it's so dark outside?
It is?